for context of this run, I was watching a streamer that goes by the moniker of Challenger Andy. He expressed his disdain towards the Hollow Knight flower quest, in which you utilize a, quote, delicate flower item in your inventory given by an NPC called the Grey Mourner. Here, it is right here, and basically, I decided that I would go ahead and do this in a previous run and without dashing, and I told him that on his previous stream, and he said he didn't believe me, so I'm doing this all over again. It took me about 5 hours to get here, so it took me 5 hours to get to the resting grounds, get all of the nail arts for Nailmaster's Glory, and it took me about that same amount of time to reach the Queen's Gardens. And yeah, that's pretty much that. I got every single spell, which I will not be using this run, and a coiled nail. I need 2 more to make the pure nail, which would make this really easy, but no. So, put simply, this run is the flower quest, but I cannot dash, and I cannot crystal dash. I cannot use spells. Well, I don't have any soul anyway, so I can't really, but I cannot use spells. I cannot standard strike enemies. And, yeah, there's also 0 maps whatsoever. And pretty much the primary thing is that I have no charms except for the Nailmaster's Glory, which makes it so that I am able to do this twice as fast, so I'm not stuck here for a century. And yeah, the only attack I can do inflict into enemies is this one, and this one, and this one. Well, not that one, it requires a dash, but you get the point. And the run begins now. This is attempt number 122. I have moved to the closet because everywhere else is just incredibly noisy. And, yeah. At the end of this, in the thorns area, I have to, dash, and that's pretty much the only time I will dash. Other than that, it's just kind of begging and praying that I don't get hit at the end. Like, oh my god, the RNG. I have died so many times to those mantises. It's just not even fun anymore. You just kind of wait until it reaches that penis-shaped pillar and start booking it. That sentry can sometimes be annoying, so yeah, gotta jump to bait it out. And now I just kinda wait for the next minute. Turns out this is actually a very draining challenge. It's so RNG focused, it's kinda stupid, honestly. I mean, like, on one hand it's fun, but on the other hand it's really not. That Vengefly I've never been killed by, but I just kind of weighed down whenever that one appears. Okay, here's the first problematic spot. RNG is a major component in this on the positionings and the random gome deaths that happen. Very unpredictable, I must say. There we go. That's a very tight bait. Walk back, walk forward. Those infected Vengeflies are really hard to get past, by the way. Huh. Managed to get past it without aggroing it. That's hard to do. Here's a fun fact. If you crystal dash through a loading zone, and then hold down the charge nail art button, and then with the Nail Master's Glory equipped, which is the primary charm with this run, you literally don't have any other charms other than it, and then you go through it. If there's a long enough area, you'll usually notice that there's this weird gravitating charging animation. It looks like the regular charging animation, but in reality it's different because it changes the orientation. Oof, RNG almost killed me there. But yeah, it's pretty weird stuff, I must say. Honestly, I'm surprised this hasn't drifted on me yet. It's so frickin' loose right now. Why did Nintendo do this? Why did they make so scuffed joysticks? I mean, like, an Xbox and a PS4 controller is so much more haptic, and it doesn't require it getting loose after, like, 30 frickin' flicks. But no, Nintendo would just be like that sometimes. Okay, here's hell. All I have to do is, keep moving. Yeah, you can hit those, by the way. This phase of the run is really frickin' terrifying, because any single mess up will kill you. And your soul. Yes! That thing's killed me like 50% of my runs. Okay. Almost done. Just have to not biff this part where you have to dash a lot. And yeah. Boom. I just did the flower quest in only 122 tries without crystal dashing. Oh, without dashing, kinda. Without shadow dashing, without any charms except for the one that speeds up the charging for nail arts, without spells, without base slash attacks, only nail arts, with only a coiled nail, because pure nail one-shots all the Queen's Garden's enemies. Here's my drip at the moment. Shade Cloak, that's the one of contention. This is also on Steel Soul mode, aka permadeath. And yeah. 620 hours, yeah. this is a... Well, that kind of says something. Anyways, that's pretty much the run. Challenger Andy, keep challenging the Andes, and I need to sleep a lot.